But I say unto you, I will not drink henceforth of this fruit of the vine, until that day when I drink it new with you in my Father's kingdom.
We are not the same. What a shame. I pray you switch your ways. Praise Yah, we going up. Days in the tabernacle, holy days, feast days are marked on the calendar. Can't believe or imagine anyone would shy away. Once you know the truth, you in, and now you see the light of day. The Bible is about the house of Israel. Ain't too many churches out there that'll mention it. We live in it. Used to be there, but we pivoted. Like 10 years ago, the family left with the Christmases. Got me praying for them better days. Y'all give me strength, you know I'll never ever turn away.
I just actually seen some devastating stuff on the news, guys, early this morning. One of the clips was on CNN, and the other clip is on YouTube. You have to just scroll over to where it says food stamp cut / snaps, SNAP benefit. It's like a 6-minute video. There was a spokesperson for the Democrats on there speaking about the government shutdown. And he was basically saying that even if the government does open back up by the 27th, people still would not get their SNAP benefits that month because everything goes in cycles and has to stay caught up. And this is the thing that devastated me the most, man. This kind of shook me to the core, but the guy was only speaking the truth. He said there's 3 things that's going to happen next month, in the month of November. He said, and there's nothing going to stop it. He said people will get sick, people will starve, and he said people will die.
Shalom, I hope you all are well. I'm blessed and I'm back again with a quick video. Did you all know that this is Bible prophecy unfolding? This is end time Bible prophecy. The Most High is allowing the systems of man to fall apart so that his people will stop depending on Egypt and start depending on him. This is the shaking that Hebrews 12:27 spoke of, that everything that can be shaken will be shaken, so that only what is of Yah will remain. Hebrews 12:27 reads, "And this word, yet once more, signify the removing of those things that are shaken, as of things that are made, that those things which cannot be shaken may remain." We are watching judgment and mercy move at the same time. Judgment for those who built their foundation on this world, and mercy for those who are being called back into covenant. So as the world panics, we must discern the times, because famine, sickness, and collapse are not the end. They are the beginning of what's to come.
Donald Trump is the first president in U.S. history to cut off SNAP benefits to people in America. So as of the end of next week, SNAP benefits are going to be frozen. They go away. And that affects millions and millions of people in America and certainly in Massachusetts. We're currently evaluating what we can do. Obviously, it's a time to give as much as you can to our food pantries who do a wonderful job. I'll be meeting with my anti-hunger strike force that I stood up a while ago to talk more with them about what we can do to feed families here. But it's unbelievable. The first time in American history that a president during a shutdown has cut off food to families. That's what's happening right now. It's a choice that Donald Trump is making. He can choose to reverse that. I strongly urge him to do so. Don't take food away from people. Don't take food off the table of Americans.
Hey, here's a danger I thought about while I was sitting here in the car about this government shutdown, and everybody needs to pay attention. So my thought is this, that since we have this government shutdown and they have shut down people's food stamps, a lot of mothers on WIC have lost their benefits. People are losing their Section 8 benefits, stuff like that. My thought is you all need to be careful when you're going to the grocery store. My thought on this is because when people have now lost all their ability to be able to get food like they used to, including their paychecks, including food stamps, etc., where do you think they're going to start looking for? They're going to start looking for the most vulnerable people, which is the people that are still able to go to the grocery store because they still have some money, And so what they're going to do is they're going to wait in the parking lot for people that are coming out with grocery carts full of food, and they're going to attempt to try to rob you just for your food. So I'm trying to put this warning out there. Please, if you're going grocery shopping, carry some type of defense tool or you know what to be able to defend yourself if possible, because this is the next step that these criminals are going to start doing. They're going to start going to the most vulnerable places, which is going to be parking lots of grocery stores. So y'all take care, and please be safe in these times.
Yeah, so what do you all think about this? Because I want you all to hear me clearly. When people lose their benefits, desperation sets in. And when desperation sets in, lawlessness increases. And this is what the word warned us about. The love of many will grow cold. And I'm not saying this to fearmonger. I'm saying this because this is prophecy. And we didn't know that it would unfold this way. But here we are in these situations. So it's true, when food assistance is cut, especially during a time when prices are already sky high and jobs are unstable, desperation rises. And of course, I'm not saying that everybody is going to do things like this, but it definitely puts you in a position to where you become very desperate. And, people who once depended on these types of programs will now be forced to make hard choices. Because when you think about it, these people, they need to feed their children, pay their bills, and survive by any means. Let's take a look at 2 Esdras 15 and 19. It says, "A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods, because of lack of bread, and for great tribulation." So this prophecy describes the exact type of scenario we're referring to. People robbing, stealing, and killing just to eat. When we begin to see hunger and chaos increase, it's not just poverty, it's the fulfillment of prophecy. And the Most High is allowing these events to separate those who walk in fear from those who walk in faith.
I've been talking to furloughed workers. One wanted to remain anonymous, but she said going without a paycheck has really been difficult.
Since I have to admit, this is the first time I've ever taken advantage of something like this. I've not been in this predicament ever. I served 21 years in the military. I've been a federal government employee for the past 2 years. The reason I wanted to become a federal government employee was stability. That stability, that rug, if you will, has been snatched away from us.
Do y'all see how depending on the wrong source doesn't make sense? Now, I don't really know the woman's full story. She could love the Most High, I have no idea. But the way she said this tells a lot. She worked for the military for 21 years because she wanted stability. But listen to what she said. She said that rug of stability has been pulled right from under her. And when I heard that, it hit me, because that's exactly what's happening in this season. Yah is allowing everything that people trusted in to be shaken. These government jobs, these benefits, these paychecks, people really thought that this was their foundation. But Yah is allowing everything that people trusted in to be shaken. And I can relate to her because I work for the federal government too. And one of my coworkers told me just this week she's been furloughed too. I don't work with her anymore. I left right before all this happened. But since nurses are considered essential, she's still showing up for work, but she's not getting paid. And she said it's tough. But I remember before I left there was nothing I could say wrong to her about that place. That was where she was making her money, and she spoke highly of the corruption there. Make it make sense. It was a corrupt place, but she spoke highly of it. Now she calls me and tells me how corrupt it is. I'm not the type of person to say I told you so, because I know she remembers. But I digress. Let's keep going.
This is a picture of federal workers in line for food assistance because we are now currently within the 4th week since the government shut down. These people are not being paid. This picture comes from Maryland. The pastor who's organizing this assistance push is saying that even before this government shutdown, they have never seen this many people line up. So what we're seeing take place right now in this country is historic. Some of the government workers are just completely in shock that they're even in this predicament, in this position. One of the perks for working for the government is that you are to be taken care of with your food, with your housing, with your dental, with your medical, and all those types of things, right? And so that is why people are shocked. But I need people to understand as well that if this is happening currently to government workers, it's happening to everybody. We are at a crossroads, and I know people don't like hearing this because it scares them, but the Bible tells us that in the last times that there would be a distress of nations. And this picture right here reminds me of when in Revelation it speaks of the black horse rider and how people will beg for just a morsel of bread and a little bit of oil and wine. Now, by no means do I believe that we are currently at that stage of what the Bible warned us about, but what I am telling you guys is that there is going to be immense food insecurity in the last days, and I think that it can come about by many means, through war, through things like what we're seeing right now with the government shutdown, and all types of other modes and mechanisms. If you don't have a relationship with Jesus Christ, I pray that you would read your Bible and see how all of these things that are happening in our world, although they may be obscure, that they were written and that we were warned, and that we are entering a time that humanity has never seen. This isn't to scare you, it's to warn you. God bless.
Saying it until y'all understand, we're desensitized. I don't know if you realized, but we are actually desensitized from just as a whole, as a society. We are desensitized. America, not the world, but America, because the world knows they wouldn't be letting this shit slide. They shoot someone wrong and then there's a riot for 4 weeks and they flipping shit. America, we are so desensitized. The CIA, the government, they all won. They won because we're not giving an actual effective reaction. What do you mean you're taking SNAP away, which helps feed over, I want to say, millions of families in the world right before Thanksgiving? So you purposely did that knowing Thanksgiving's 3 weeks away and everyone's about to suffer. Now you have families that probably can't even celebrate it to the full extent they want to. You have families that are going to have to sit their kids down and give them 1 plate each because there was not enough food to go around. That's crazy. That's crazy, but that's our government. Additionally, our government also just sent over money across seas. Not our government, you know, the nigga in office, he did this. Sent money overseas to pay for someone else healthcare so they can have free healthcare. But you're telling us, people that are 25 years old that just got off their parents' healthcare, that's just about to triple? We aren't mad enough. We're not mad enough. We're desensitized and we are not mad enough. I don't know what it's going to take. And I understand where it came from. It's these damn phones. It really is these damn phones. I know the cross information and the amount of stuff we can consume is really good, but no, it's really these damn phones because we see too much stuff, which makes us overstimulated, which makes us not be able to react because we see this on a daily basis. So it really doesn't matter to us because of the simple fact that, oh, I still have bills to pay, and this is just something else I'm seeing on my phone. That's a whole nother conversation for another point. The point is, we're not mad enough, and I need people to start taking into consideration of alternative options from actually exercising food-wise, 5-figure discount.
Everything's all good until it's not good anymore. You're telling me that these people are working, but they're not getting a check. So you're essential to the system, but invisible to the Most High if you're not walking in His will. And look at the timing. All this happening right before the holiday season. This brother was just saying that people aren't going to have a Thanksgiving, but the Most High don't want them to have a Thanksgiving. So now people can't even afford to celebrate the holidays. That's not a coincidence. Yah said in Amos 5:21, I despise your feast days. He's tearing down what's unclean so His people can come back to what's real, His holy days, His covenant, and His truth. As we watch this together, remember, this isn't just about the government or the economy. This is prophecy. The Most High is removing every false foundation so that only those who stand on Him will remain. Don't be afraid when the systems fail. Yah is still providing for His remnant. Thank you all for listening, and may the Most High bless you all. And until my next video, Shalom.